What's up, bros and hoes? My name is Ashley Optic Midnight, and I'm bringing you a new series. I know this is like, how many days in a row now? This is like 3 days in a row with a brand new series, or series that has returned. And the reason I want to do this series is because I started one very similar to it in Black Ops, and I didn't fulfill what I wanted to with the series. I didn't keep going with it, and this one I am dead set on you know, doing this the right way, doing these free-for-all types of things the right way. And this is just gonna be a class setup video, but let's go to the free-for-all leaderboards. I am not number 1, obviously. I am ranked 9,000, and I was actually ranked 5,000 before I got hacked. I wasn't able to use this account for 3 weeks, so keep that in mind. But and I don't have the best KD ever either, but and that's because I snipe a lot. But I want to start this series to help you, the player, the average player, or the exceptionally average player, or the bad player, get good at free-for-all. Free-for-all is my all-time favorite game mode. I loved free-for-all. I played it for hours and hours on end in Call of Duty 4. That's how I played in World at War, then I went back to Call of 4. It's pretty much all I played in Modern Warfare 2. I didn't even touch anything else in Black Ops hardly, and now I have over 80 hours logged into free-for-all alone on Modern Warfare 3. It's literally all I play. So I'm not saying I'm like some pro at free-for-all, but I'm saying that I want to help you get better because I feel like I have the knowledge and know-how, and a big important part of that is actually having a good class. Now, classes are something that, you know, each person will have tailored to their own ability or their own play style. That includes perks, that includes the weapon you use, that includes the kill streaks you use even. So a lot of people always ask me, what's your class setup video, MiDNiTE? Or what does your classes look like? And here you'll be able to see them, and you'll be able to see how I day after day or match after match, whatever you want to say, win free-for-alls. I'm not saying I win every single free-for-all I go into. That's not possible. But well, it is possible if I was like super good. But I feel like I'm in a position to give advice as far as free-for-all goes. Now, if you were gonna talk to me about kill confirmed or domination, I'd be like, maybe you should go ask someone else. But free-for-all is my thing. So obviously you can see the first class here. This is just, I don't actually use the Type 95 that much. It's just a basis. Well, obviously I have gold, so I did use it at one point. But I don't really use it. This is just, you can insert whatever weapon that you want into that first perk slot. And as far as proficiencies go in free-for-all, I am a big fan of kick, 2 attachments, and also focus. Focus is important to me because when you're playing free-for-all, there's a lot of times where you may get hit fire or get hit by bullets, and you might be able to recover from them because you're kind of running around, they're running around, they might not have a good eye on you. And so reduced flinch when hit, that's something I use when I snipe, but it could also be used for a red gun class because that actually helps keep you stable while you're shooting. Here I have 2 attachments. I have the red dot and the rapid fire like a noob, but you could really use whatever you're comfortable with. It's all about, if you're more comfortable with kicks, you cannot have that recoil all the time. That is something you'd want to look into. It's all about personal preference and what you prefer and what you're comfortable with. You'll see a secondary. My secondary is always a magnum. It's just the way it is. I usually always have a grenade or a throwing knife and a concussion. And as far as the 2 top perks that I use in free-for-all, I will either use sleight of hand or extreme conditioning, but mostly in 90% of the time I will be using sleight of hand just because that faster reloading allows you to have the edge over the 7 other people that are in the lobby spawning all around you and all that crazy stuff. You get into a gunfight, you might need to reload real quick and return fire on the guy shooting you. And hardline is something I use when I'm going for kill streaks because it's no secret, kill streaks help you win free-for-all. That's what they're there for. You'll notice that I run UAV and helicopters because that allows you to obviously find, once you get your UAV, you use it to help you get enough kills to get your helicopter, and then I use helicopters because that gets the kill while I can still run around. I don't have to manually operate, a Reaper or a AC-130. I can just run around and do my thing. So I recommend Hardline. Otherwise, I'll use Quick Draw. I'm not a big fan of any of the other perks, like Assassin and stuff like that. I'm not a big fan of that, because I actually find that when people know where I am on the UAV, when they have a UAV, it makes me more alert, and it, you know, when I hear that guy go, enemy UAV sputtered, and I'm like, holy shit, you know, that makes me alert that means that person knows where I am, and so they're gonna come to me, and that's exactly what you want in free-for-all. And if you don't use Dead Silence in free-for-all, you are a noob. Not really, you're not a noob, but you will be ahead of the game. You've noticed that most of the good players in free-for-all will use Dead Silence. There's not a whole lot of other perks that really benefit you as much as Dead Silence in free-for-all, and that's because I have a headset. Obviously, you know, I have Astro A40s. Shout out. You know, I love this headset. It helps above any other headset I've used, and it helps you with your game sound. So if you don't have a headset, I would still recommend Dead Silence because other people can hear you, bro. And I kind of talked about helicopters already. I'll talk about my other specialist class too, and it's all about what you're comfortable with. If you think you can only get, you know, 6 kills in a row, use the lower ones. But if you're a little bit more confident in your ability, and maybe once you watch my map breakdowns, you'll understand you know, exactly what I can offer you to try and get you a better player free-for-all. Now let's go to a different class. Obviously, you know, that was my main, like, assault rifle class. This is a submachine gun class. It's very similar, kind of has all the same stuff going with it as the other one. Only I don't need to have hardline on. I don't know why I have that, but basically you can see that I'm using specialist with this class, and I use specialist because I want to unlock the 3 perks that will benefit me the most while I'm getting my kill streak. You'll notice that none of my classes have support on them. I am not a fan of support. I think that people who use support in free-for-all are basically just, it's a way of them saying, hey, I can't string together enough kills to win. I can't do it. So I'll take free UAVs, I'll take an EMP, I'll take a Juggernaut at the end of the game, and I'll try to win. But, you know, those types of players, they rarely win. And my classes that I use, you know, you'll notice that some of them have, you know, the assault package, and some of them do have a specialist. And that's because, you know, if I run into a game where the person is using something like an EMP or a SAM turret to shoot stuff down, I'm not going to try to go and get a UAV and air support. I'm going to just switch to specialist, and I'm going to get my perks, and I'm going to build a streak and just whoop ass. And like I said, guys, this is a series meant to help you, the bad, average, or above average person, and maybe even help me too learn a couple new things along my way. So here you can see I have 2 sniper classes. I have one with assault and one with specialist, and they're 2 different guns, but basically identical. Except for this one uses steady aim, which I should change, because I just said anyone who doesn't use Dead Silence is a noob. I was messing around with that Barrett, but yeah, so this is my basic class setup. Like I said, every person is different. Every person will have their own comfortability with which gun and what perk and what kill streaks they want to use, but this is basically what I use to roll into free-for-all, and I win a majority of my matches, and I have a lot of fun doing it. And so this series this is just the first episode. It's going to be really in-depth. I'm going to be showing you exact spawns on each map. Each episode will have a map featured. It's not like I'm going to be like, oh guys, look at all this crazy stuff. It's going to be like, this map is this is how you win free-for-all on this map. You know, maybe I'll do Dome first, or whatever the hell map I decide to do, and you'll know which spawn points there are. You'll know how I control the map, how to control the engagements yourself, and so it's a really good way to hopefully get you guys better at free-for-all. And like I said, hopefully I'll learn a couple new things along the way. So anyway, the video is getting pretty long. Thanks for sticking with me on this one. I'd appreciate a like and a favorite to help this new series get off with a bang. Also comment below what kind of class setup you use. Maybe you're a veteran free-for-all player like myself, and you have maybe a different class setup or a similar one. Go ahead and comment it below, and also comment what map you'd like to see covered, because I think there's 13 free-for-all maps in rotation. I think the game dropped with 16, but a couple of them are too big to play free-for-all on, and I'll even probably do the new ones eventually. So anyway, guys, go ahead and, like I said, give the video a like and a favorite. Help me start this series off with a bang, and watch out tomorrow. We got Throwback Thursdays coming up. Peace out, guys.
I'm coming up on it, running airlines from LA to